Oh, the horror. Oh, the calmanity. So welcome back, everyone, to another round of Minecraft Modded. Today, I think it's a good time to start building my new library. I've already laid out the basic size of it based around the previous buildings in terms of their dimensions. So here's where this part comes in. I'm kind of thinking I almost want a full overhang, but then looking at this, it's really not that deep. So I think I'm going to stick with just not worrying about this, the full size all the way up to this point, and then have an overhang that comes out to the roadway. And basically I'm going to have a central door as opposed to on these I had a side, to the side door. This is going to be a centered door. And I'm going to do like a little research area, bar type thing, and then just a lot of bookshelves on the other side. So here we are, day number 2, and I went with the chiseled sandstone for the outer corners on the front and for the columns because I want that more ornate type look to it. And I did not bother with that for the back corners because, hey, who's going to see that really? You're supposed to go in the front. So, yeah, just the ornate ones. And all of these are doing the nice symbols, but for some reason, this one will not place anything other than the creeper face. I have tried changing it over and over, and it just keeps doing creeper face, and I end up with 2 cats stuck in here. So I guess I want to leave the door open for a little bit, let them get out. So the front, I'm probably going to have some windows because I want to have a nice view in on the ground floor, and I want to have kind of like an open upper floor, like you see at some libraries where they go up there and there's just more books, but you can see down into the middle. So I'm thinking about doing that for the upper floor. Anyway, this side is going to be like the bar. So I'm going to have 2, maybe 3 alchemy guys, basically the ones with brewing stands, the clerics. But I'm going to treat them more as alchemists than clerics because, again, I don't like the whole religious type approach to it, especially since we don't see any specific religion. So it'll be like a bar over here. I'm going to have like some workstations over here for the librarians to sit. And then all of this is going to be nothing but books. And the way I want this to work is let me do it this way. We'll have like bookcases here, which means that's an open space there. So I will need basically if I wanted to have an enchanting table, this is where it would sit relative to the bookcases going around. And that would leave me an enchanting table there. And I'm hoping this is going to work out, and it's not. So that's not going to give me the right size. I am 1 block short. You know what? I'm going to move this wall back so I can have that line up right. So now with the wall moved back, basically each of these is a spot where you could have an enchanting table or just walk in, have a nice bit of room to look around the book. So what I'm going to do is actually have each of these as like its own little enclosed type thing. I might put an enchanting table in the middle one. Don't know for sure yet. I kind of feel like that's a little bit more expensive than I want to go because I only have 1 diamond. I have to go find more diamonds just to make the enchanting table. I might do it later though, so I'll definitely want to accommodate for that. I really should have planned for needing a lot of bookshelves and perhaps gathered up a little bit more leather before doing this. I may actually run out of leather. So I'm going to do like 2 brewing stands here. And instead of it being just, them placed on the floor or something like that, I'm hoping they'll work with this, even though in all the villager buildings, they're placed on the floor. If it works like this, great. It looks more like it's a bar, a countertop. And I'm going to add a couple of things to it, make it look a little bit nicer for my villagers that go here. And I'm just going to bring one of them over from the existing building because he's already set up. And I'll put a second one over here. Oh, the horror! Oh, the calmanity, or I don't know. So now that the bovine apocalypse is over, we're going to do, hopefully, well, I didn't get quite enough sugarcane. I did get enough for a stack of 64 books. We'll just put that there. So yeah, after all that, I'm going to need a lot more leather. And that means a lot more dead cows. But also a lot more cows that I haven't bred yet. So I'm going to have to go do a lot of cow breeding to get this completely done. Well, it's not the prettiest setup, but it will work to make sure they don't move. I might expand it out a little bit later. But at least I have a spot for 2 librarians, which I already have, and I'm kind of happy with the way they are right now. I may actually build this out for a 3rd one, just so I can have 3 and rotate out to see what kind of books I get. But I have room for those. I have a spot for 2 alchemists, maybe a 3rd if I choose to put one in there, and they can just mix it up. I'm actually not so worried about that because once they're maxed out, I'm not too concerned with swapping them around. Really, the clerics, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need that much in terms of variety between 2 of them. So this guy should be okay. And so now we have the upper floor kind of lining up. You can see how it's going to look. Basically, it'll be, yeah, a little walking area here. I'm going to put, probably just put like the regular lanterns above. So even though you're right here, you might be reaching up for something. It's not really going to be in your way if you were in that kind of situation. And if I decide to do enchanting tables later, I just have to extend out one more and do that. And then I would have to do this. But again, I think the enchanting tables, nice touch maybe if you really want to. I'm not going to come out here to enchant. They really don't need to enchant. And it's just an extra use of diamonds that doesn't really make sense to me right now. I need some steps. And I guess instead of going all the way across, this might be a good spot to do some steps. And honestly, now looking at this, I know I've already done so much with it. I'm starting to regret going with the more decorative sandstone block look to it just because of the texture pack. It looks so, it's cluttered feeling. I like the more decorative columns, but this just looks more simplified. It doesn't stand out. That's way too busy of a visual. That looks a little bit better, but I'm not sure I like the column on the side. I feel almost like I want to do a staggered look to it, like have that every few columns, but at the same time, I almost feel like I just want to take that out completely now. I've been doing good, not being attacked by them, and now I'm being attacked. And I'm hearing Kitty hiss at them. Are actually coming down to attack me because I'm here, or are you going to stay away because I got a cat? I hear the cat. I hear that hissing. Please tell me the cat is close enough proximity to me to keep them out. There we go. Cat is in place. Let's see if that helps. All right, he is scaring them away, or she, whichever it is. No, Kitty! Kitty, come back, Kitty! Okay, Kitty, I am sorry to have to do this to you. I think this is going to help me with not being attacked by them. So, Kitty cannot jump out, and Kitty is up above my head. So, just, yeah, hiss away, Mr. or Mrs. Cat, and, just keep them away from me. Don't let them bother me. That is so effective, just placing the cat up there. I think, I really want to know if I have, like, a glass block above the cat. Does it still work? Because you can see the cat. I'm going to have to experiment with this, because if this works, I might actually suffer through the hissing and the meowing by putting little defensive posts all around that just hold cats hidden away in them. Here, Kitty, come here, Kitty. Ah, okay, so the cats get hurt by the bushes. That's good to know. I mean, not in the free roaming cat, but that means that the mobs should get hurt by the bushes. Come back here. All right, that's it. I'm going to get you. Come here. I know the trick now. Come on. Oh, wow, okay. Most cats run away from water, but this one's like, you know what? The water is better than being put in a Pokeball. Oh yeah, this is going to take a while to get all of the different bookcase areas put in place. This is going to take a long time to get that many bookcases. So I'm trying to decide amidst the nighttime attack if I want to have 3 bookcases high on this level as well, or if I want to do just 2 high. So come up here. Here's the ceiling when you're standing in front of the bookcases. Great. But that means torches along the floor and not lanterns because I won't have really room except putting lanterns here, and then you're gonna, you know, when you have a lantern at that height, you're gonna walk into it, basically. So I don't know if I want to do that, or if I want to, you know, do the 3 bookcases high, and that way I can have room to put a lantern and you can walk up and not walk into it. It means a lot more work to get the bookcases in the end, but it'll look symmetrical to that, and it will still, again, allow for the lanterns to be set there. So I think in the end, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go, that's the ceiling height we're going to have. So despite the fact that physics really don't play a part in the game, especially gravity, I want to try something. I want to have something that looks like it provides support. And so there is a slight difference in terms of how these look. I think I actually like the stripped oak log because it shows that vertical banding. But basically what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over here. And again, I'm focusing on materials that are available to this village based on what's in the area. But I think what I want to do is actually have where with this, of course, the lower level, the bookcases such as that is supporting the level above. I'm thinking I want to do some kind of a support beam that's supporting the upper floor, the ceiling right there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. And it gives a nice little kind of blend to it. Even though I'm using birch everywhere else here, I've used oak in the other one. So with this one, the birch is kind of that nicer look, which is why we also have the stripped log look to it. I think that's actually going to work pretty well. And there we have it. We have rails, and yeah, so basically the bookcases will just line the wall like this. Not even going to do them right here, just along the wall like that. And we have a nice window that goes from down there to up here, and it's got a block at the bottom, a block at the top, so it's got a nice little bit of framing to it for that. Changing out this, you know, the block to just the regular sandstone block like this made a big difference. And I'm going to do, you know, actually we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do some more right here like that. I won't have to make some more. And then I'm going to have, you know, actually we won't do it right there. We'll do it right here. And I'm going to have a ladder going there. And now comes the tricky part of getting this to line up right. This is always the problematic part of the builds. It's trying to get the ceiling, the roof, the tile the right way. So if I'm doing like that, I'm going to be needing one there like that on each side. And oh, of course it did. All right, there we go. So we got that. That's leading up. And then we're going to have this that still comes out like that. So there we go. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. There we go. We've got that enclosed. Now I just got to get inside and tidy up the other part. And that's half slabs. So no spawns should occur on top of that. And actually, we'll just do right there, like that. There we go. If I was producing electricity, I would be producing 1.21 gigawatts. Or at least something like that. It's a clock tower, basically. We're going to have a clock on the library. And I think I actually do want to have... I want to do some lanterns hanging out from that. Actually, I decided I'm just going to do torches. I think it actually is going to be a better contrast to have the lanterns posted inside and do torches like this. Here, take that out. Take that out. And that gives a very nice open area. And I need to put a few more solid plank blocks in there. I need 4 more of those. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to go with for now. I've got to do a lot more producing of bookshelves, but you see I've only got, what, 3 there and 2 there, so 5 more to complete that section of the first floor. And then I have the entire wall of the second floor to slowly line up, which will, you know, stop somewhere around here and then start again on this spot, go all the way around. I'm going to figure it out, but that's a lot of books I'm going to have to produce. And it's not so much the paper, it's the fact of getting leather. That's a lot of cows I have to slaughter So yeah, that's gonna have to wait a bit. So the build is pretty much 95% done. A few more cosmetics, putting the beds in, stuff like that I just need to tweak. But yeah, I've got my library slash alchemy, basically center of sciences. I'm not gonna put the cartographer there now. I'm actually gonna put the cartographer somewhere else. I've got a plan for that already, but this has actually turned out pretty well. A few things I had to redo, and of course setbacks with the stupid, phantoms attacking me all the time. But hey, I now know how to defend myself against them, and I have a reason to start producing a lot of cats. But that's it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. If you got any suggestions for cosmetic changes for this, leave them in a comment below, and of course hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I'll see you in the next video.